Well, here I am. It's 6:28 in the morning. This is my one day where I was going to sleep in. It turns out PEX connectors do not work with galvanized pipe. So I'm heading to Menards before everyone gets up so that I can fix a pipe that I cut off. I had gone to Home Depot earlier in the week and asked them for the proper connections to a galvanized pipe. We need to replace our valves that go to our washing machine, because when I hooked up our washing machine, they started to leak all over. I'm assuming that's just because they haven't been turned in a long time. They're just always on. So, last night, after the kids went to bed, and after all the home improvement stores were closed, I proceeded to follow the Home Depot guy's instructions, which involved cutting off the galvanized pipe and then shoving a shark bite connector on it. Well, the shark bite connector is not made for galvanized pipe. I asked them repeatedly, but he insisted so much that he knew that this would work, so I went with it. So now I'm on my way to Menards early in the morning here to fix that problem. I'll probably go from galvanized to PEX, just on one of the threads, and then from PEX down to my shark bite connectors that I already bought. And then those shark bite connectors are actually hose valves for the washing machine. Okay, so we got the stuff we needed at Menards. I actually decided to, even though I could probably connect up to galvanized, and just attach a new threaded galvanized pipe to our laundry supply lines, and then from there I could attach some sort of a ball valve. I decided to take a different route. I've never used PEX before. I've only done plumbing in copper and PVC. So this will be a new experience for me, and hopefully I can share some of that information with you. A quick thought that I just had while I was driving home here. You know, on your house, especially when you have maybe a house that's a little bit further out from other places, there's a lot of things you can do yourself, and a lot of times they cost you a good amount of money. In this case, I went to Menards and spent about $100 on some tools, getting a crimper set rather than getting the single crimper. I got the crimper that had multiple sizes available. I bought a cutter tool, which again isn't necessary. You can use a hacksaw and deburr and everything with this stuff, but there's times where, so all in, I'm in $100 plus the valves that I bought before. But in the big picture of things, two things. You have the fact that if I hired a plumber to do this, it would cost me several $100s. It cost me just $100 for them to show up. And the second thing is, I am buying tools that I will be able to use in the future. PEX is very cheap after you get past the initial cost, and there's a reason why people use it. Back when I did some copper pipes in our old house, I kind of ran into the same thing. I had to buy a torch, I had to buy the deburring tool, the cutter, all of that, and at the time we didn't have a lot of money, so to buy all those things initially was kind of a big cost. I used them several times and really got my money back in it, and I still have most of those tools now, so it's not like they went away. I think overall, a lot of times you can look at tools as an investment. You don't want to go splurge on things you don't need, but when you have a tool for a job, a lot of times it just makes sense to buy it than you have it. I mean, I look at all these older people who have every tool under the sun, and you wonder how they got there. Well, they had a lot of projects, and they didn't hire them out; they did it themselves. And that's something that Jessica and I pride ourselves on, is trying to find ways to do it ourselves. It's good for just having the skills to do it. It's good for cost savings. Another thing I'd like to see is then I'm able to help other people with the same projects, whether that's plumbing or electrical or whatever. Once I develop the skills, I can then transfer that to serving others in a way that makes sense to help them out and to help them save money and develop their own skills. So it's kind of self-propagating. So I like to buy the tools, and then I like to work on the projects myself, learn how to do it, or maybe work with a friend and learn how to do it properly. And then from there, we save money in the long run, and we build some good skills in the process.
Be sure to like and subscribe to watch more videos.